But one thing I try to do with my clients is think about it from their point of view. When I write my books, I'm not writing for me. I know the story. This is not for my pleasure.
That's good.
I write it from okay, if you were reading my story, what would I want to communicate to you?
That's true.
When I do business with people, I'm an author, so I know what it takes to become an author.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, what questions did I not ask when I was going through the process? So I try to fill in the blanks to make it easier on you.
Yeah.
Now, do I get it right all the time? No. So I build up on it. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Let me add that to my list for my next client.
Yeah.
So I try to think about the end user, not so much about me, because it's not about me.
That's true.
So that helps me to try. That's my effort in trying to communicate to people and to give them all the information that they need so they can go be great. I'm not called to do what you're doing, but I want to help you to go and do what you're supposed to be doing. If that's my part, that's my part. But I try, and I'm very intentional about the end user. How can I make it easier on them based off my experiences? That's all I try to do.
Wow.
I do that at work. Thinking about the guys that work in the shop. I'm thinking about them. How can I make their jobs easier without them having to add an extra step to what they do? You know, and they appreciate that because I care, one, and they can see that. And two, I'm like, man, I don't want to make it hard on someone else, you know, when it doesn't have to be. So I'm trying to think creatively. I'm thinking outside the box. And what can we do it could be something very small that makes a huge impact. And a lot of people make a mistake and they want to think of something huge.
Yes.
And makes little impact.
Yes.
I'm in the background like,
yes.
Okay, you got that big idea. That's cool.
Yep.
But what can we do like step one to even get, you know what I mean? And that's what I try to do. Very practical, very intentional, but I'm thinking about the end user.
Yes.
Not me.